Seconds matter if you're a firefighter, and if you're on the receiving end of their life-saving services, it's safe to say you would agree. The rapid growth of southeast Minnesota has some fire departments proactively planning for the future. Tonight, how the Rochester Fire Department is getting ready for the call.
911 emergency.
The number of calls that we go to has been increasing as the city grows. The types of calls and buildings that we go to, high rises are becoming more prevalent.
Firefighting was always in the cards for John Bush.
From the time I was probably 5 years old, knew that this is what I wanted to do, and growing up in Rochester, knew that I wanted to be on the fire department here.
He's climbed the ranks to captain and is now passing on his passion for firefighting to the latest group of recruits.
They come with a variety of backgrounds and experiences. Some were full-time firefighters, others have no full-time fire experience.
Did you know you always wanted to be a firefighter?
No, actually, I went to school for exercise science, and doing my internship last summer, I got to train Rochester firefighters, and being around the stations, being around all the different firefighters that I got to meet showed me that this is where I really wanted to be.
And that meant going back to school, become an emergency medical technician, get several state certifications, take multiple mental and physical tests, interview, and then cross his fingers and hope to make the cut.
It's a long, thorough process, which I'm thankful for. It makes you really proud at the end to be where you are.
From early September until November 20th, Brandon Vandermarleer and 4 other select recruits are soaking up every ounce of knowledge to make sure they're ready for that first call.
They're under the microscope to ensure that we have the highest level of candidates. We take the job very seriously, and therefore the folks that we hire, we want to make sure that they are highly motivated, trained, professional members of the department.
You guys see what the ladder does, though, with the opposing forces? We've got a great fire department. The citizens respect us.
And so do city leaders. Eric Kurska has more than 2 decades of fire experience, but working closer than ever with the city, managing a tight budget, and identifying risks to his department are proving to make his first year as Rochester's fire chief the most interesting.
The first risk for us was the fire marshal's office. The fire marshal's office is small, and we're responsible for a building from inception to demolition. That office is completely consumed with new construction, which we're not getting out into existing structures to inspect as often as we should. We've asked for 2 additional people and a promotion.
4 other risks are outlined in the department's strategic plan. And just like the fire marshal position, they all have to do with growth, and they all need city dollars to be funded.
We made the proposal in what I feel pragmatic, bite-sized chunks over time, only if it's needed. It's based on predictive growth. If the growth doesn't happen, we don't ask for it.
And if you were to look ahead 10 years into the future, the number of stations you see around the city could grow from 5 to 6, maybe even 7.
We're predicting the need for 2 additional fire companies after 2030.
But filling those buildings with the people qualified for the job is becoming more challenging.
And if you'd have asked me 5 years ago, do you ever anticipate having trouble finding firefighters? I said, of course not. Everybody wants to be a firefighter. Well, that's not true anymore.
Is it because of the strong economy and job market? Is it generational? There could be a number of reasons why fewer people want to be firefighters. But it could also be cultural.
If you look at the makeup of our grade schools, by race, we have to diversify if we're gonna survive. Some cultures view firefighting as not a sought-after occupation. Some cultures don't even consider it.
That's why the department is doing something that's never been done in Rochester before.
So we got to get the word out. So we're getting out in the high schools this year, offering firefighter 1 and firefighter 2.
For some, it's a dream they've always had.
What's really important to impress upon them is the commitment that they're undertaking, the professionalism that's required, the expectation that we're here to serve the citizens to the best of our ability, to be problem solvers for them on potentially their worst day.
For others, it's all brand new.
Just being around this environment is really what showed me that this is what I wanted to do.
A job that requires a person to be courageous in moments of pain or uncertainty while still growing and learning with an ever-changing community.
And obviously, firefighting isn't for everyone, but if it is something you would like to try, the department recommends going on some ride-alongs first, where you ride on an engine for the day and ask questions. As for the department's needs in terms of funding, they're asking for around $13 million spread out over the next 10 to 20 years. The City Council is expected to finalize the city's 2020 budget on December 2nd.